Hey, it's Yomi here. So today I wanted to do my TBR for the month of May, and I'm doing this TBR just because I want to participate in 2 reading challenges, and one of those is the Asian Read-a-thon and also the Bingoathon. Because if you have noticed on my channel, I really don't do TBRs just because I'm such a mood reader, but I've noticed that when I give myself challenges, is like my mind automatically switches and I can accomplish some of these challenges. Especially there are a lot of books that I'm really excited about that I want to start. So without further ado, let me just tell you which are the books that I want to read for each of these readathons. Okay, starting off with the Asian Readathon, the first challenge says to read any book by an Asian author, and for that one I chose Dragon Pearl by Yoo-Han Lee. I love the cover, it's very beautiful. What I know about this one is it is a standalone middle grade soap opera, and I really want to read more sci-fi books. I really haven't read a middle grade that's sci-fi, so I'm really intrigued as to how is it that this, works out. And also what I read in a review is that this is queer inclusive universe, so I'm actually really anticipating to read this book because I want to know how is it that the author brings this world to life. And what I know about it also is that we follow our main character named Min, and she's a part of a long line of fox spirits. The problem is that her mother doesn't want her family to use these their magical abilities, so she wants them to remain as human as possible. But one day Min discovers that her brother basically abandoned his post, and this is something that she sees as odd or ironic because she doesn't think that he would actually abandon his post. So she sets off on an adventure to go and rescue her brother. So it sounds like it's going to be a cute sibling story, and I really need more sibling interaction in stories because that's just so adorable to actually read about, and I can't wait to read about it because it's also Korean inspired mythology. So that's another one that actually piqued my interest. Challenge number 2, it says to read a graphic novel featuring an Asian character or written/drawn by an Asian author. I actually ordered that one and it's on the way, and that is The Prince and the Dressmaker by Jen Wong. What I know about this one is that it follows a transgender prince and also his dressmaker, and Witty from Witty Novels read the book and she recently just gushed over it, and I actually can't wait to read that book. And I want to read more graphic novels, so I decided to pick it up, and I just can't wait for it to arrive. I don't right now have a book for challenge number 3 because I'm thinking about doubling it with another one, and I currently don't have one for challenge number 4. I think I wanted to get Death Note, but when I went to check in Walmart, it wasn't available. Like they didn't have it, and also like my nearest bookstore is a 2.5 hour drive. I don't want to drive 2.5 hours, and also like I don't have a library near me. I wish I did, but I don't. And also where I work, the library there does not house these books, so for that one, if I don't accomplish it, well, then I don't think I'll be able to accomplish it. For challenge number 5 would be to read the group's book, and that is 1,000 Beginnings and Endings by Ellen O. I already ordered that one also. It is on the way. So these are books that I'm really genuinely excited about, and I can't wait for them to actually arrive so I can actually like sit down and read these books. Now for the other reading challenge that I would like to accomplish throughout the month of May would be the Bingoathon, which runs from May the 12th through the 18th. And I'm just going to tell you the books that I have for these challenges, and I am going to be doubling on these, so I'm going to tell you which are the ones that I double. And if I don't get to these books, because I did have a lot of books by Asian authors, since I didn't know how they were going to mesh into the challenges for the Asian Readathon, what I decided to do was that I decided to include them into the Bingoathon, or I'll read them throughout the month of May. So for the first challenge would be to read an anticipated book and also a 5-star prediction. That one has been pre-ordered for like 2 months, and that is Aurora Rising by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff, which are the dynamic duo in sci-fi writing for me because I just adore their writing and their characters are just simply amazing. And the artwork that's out for Aurora Rising is just mesmerizing. I can't wait to like meet these characters. There's one that I really don't remember the name right now, but she has pizza earrings. That one is my favorite character as of right now. There's also a tomboy. There's also going to be alien races being introduced into the story. So it's like a ragtag team that you don't expect them to be your heroes, but they're the only ones that you have, so you have to deal with it. So I actually cannot wait to read another sci-fi story because that one, I'm really excited for that one. That's like my second anticipated release for the remainder of the year, because it's just it sounds so amazing, and I've heard nothing but great reviews, so I actually can't wait to get to that one. For challenge number 3 says to read your favorite genre, and for that one for me is fantasy, and I chose Circle of Shadows by Evelyn Sky. What I know about this one is that it follows 2 warrior apprentices, and they have been, it's like they're marked by the gods and they have these magical abilities. So one day they encounter this strange camp of like mysterious soldiers, so they decide to infiltrate said group because they have to obviously protect their kingdom, and also they want to prove themselves to their society. So this is one way where they can prove themselves to the society. I'm kind of worried about this one because even though I don't lead by reviews, I can't help but notice that the reviews are really polarized on Goodreads. But I'm going to go into it with a little bit of low expectations. But I am really excited about this one because I did see artwork for it also, and I love the artwork for the characters. So I really want to actually fall in love with this book, and it deals with assassins. So, you know, maybe, you know, I might fall on the other spectrum that I actually do enjoy the book, because I tend to like go on the other side when it comes to Goodreads review, which is why I don't lead by them. But I just can't help but notice how it is. But this one is hopefully one that I will enjoy. For challenge number 4 is one that I'm going to be doubling with the Asian Read-a-thon, and that one is to read a book with pink and or blue on the cover, and that one is going to be Dragon Pearl. The fox spirit has blue on the cover. For challenge number 5 says to read a diverse representation within the book. I decided to choose Shadow of the Fox by Julie Kagawa. The only thing I know about this is that it is own voices and that it has Japanese mythology woven into the story, and I'm actually really afraid to read this one because I DNF'd by Julie Kagawa, and I usually give an author a second chance. I hated that decision with Kirsten White because I ended up not liking the other book that I decided to read, but I have high hopes for this one because it does sound interesting, so I just hope that, you know, it does not disappoint. For challenge number 6 would be to read a cover by, and that one is also on the way because I pre-ordered it, and that is with Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo. If the name sounds familiar, it's because she is the author of The Poet X, one of my favorite books for 2018, and I actually cannot wait to read this book because it follows a Puerto Rican main character, and she is a teenage mom, so we're gonna see her dealing with all the struggles of what it is to be a teenage mom, and also her wanting to have a better life and surpass the situation in which she's in. So it sounds like it's going to be a lovely story where she discovers a lot of things from her, and also, you know, she grows as a teenager. So I really cannot wait to read that book. It's one that I've been highly anticipating for such a long time. So the date has already arrived pretty soon, and I really can't wait to read it. Also the cover, like the cover, that one, it really isn't a cover by, it's just like I really want to read it, but the cover is just so precious. How are you not gonna want it on your bookshelves? It is just that gorgeous. With challenge number 7 would be to read a book about a new author that's to me, and for that one I'm going with The Book of Vim by Peng Shefford. What I know about this one is that it is dystopian futuristic, where shadows from human beings are disappearing, and also something is happening to a human being once their shadow does disappear. So I'm kind of interested in reading a dystopian story, especially an adult fantasy, so I can't wait if I actually really do enjoy this one. And for challenge number 8, I still don't know which one I want for that one, but I have, as of right now, I have this one, and it's a very new and or old book on your TBR, and I decided to go with The Speaker by Tracy Chee. I can say that this is the second book in the installment. The first one is The Reader, and I would have to reread The Reader in order to actually read The Speaker. This one really isn't Asian inspired, but I can say that it is Asian American because I think that the author is Asian American. I tried to look up her ethnicity, but I couldn't find it anywhere. And our main character, we can like decipher that she is sort of Asian American in the first book because as to how she is described, and also, like, you know, the image on the cover. So I can't wait to actually go back into this book. I'm not going to give you a synopsis obviously for this one, but The Reader does follow our main character, who is Sophia, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a while since I've read this book, Sophia, and you know, everything has been ripped from her life, and the only thing that she has is a rectangular objects. In this world, they are illiterate. She doesn't really know what that rectangular object is until later on she discovers that it is a book, and her aunt has been kidnapped, so she goes on this adventure to try and find her aunt, which is, she's the only person that she has, but she also discovers other people along the way, which are just such precious characters, and they're also like side stories of pirates that are being woven into the story. And I really did enjoy it. I love the story, and I can't wait to see where is it that it picks up, because all 3 books have been released, and I hope that, you know, I can get to these. I don't know if I'm really getting into it because, like I said, I have to read the first book, but we'll see how the month goes out. So those are all the books that I would like to accomplish for these 2 reading challenges. So yeah, I just want to say thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.